good morning, adventurers. That's right, we're back in the RV. And y'all, believe it or not, we have a few more projects we want to work on. Actually, I'm sure you can very much believe that because we never finish anything in here.
We finished some things.
But, as you can see, we have not finished the closet, and I really want somewhere to put all my things. So, in this video, we are going to be turning this to this. All that and more coming up on The Endless Adventure. Pew, pew, pew.
Ta-da!
Yay, surprise!
We haven't done that one in a long time.
I bet you didn't know we were gonna come up from down below.
Where will we come from in the next video? Stay tuned to find
tuned.
out. That's right, we're back. We're back working on the RV.
Look who's back. Back again.
All right, we've done enough goofy stuff for
I'm
this
sorry.
intro. If you guys have been following along, you know that we were reunited with the RV and it feels so good.
I thought I said no more goofs, dude.
I can't help myself.
It does feel pretty good though. We drove down from Missouri, we grabbed Clementine, the RV, and then we made our way down to the Austin area. We were staying with my good friends Chelsea and Brandon and their little daughter Ava.
We're really good at meeting up with friends and then completely taking their space over.
Yeah, which
making
is
it our own.
Exactly what we did here. This
Yeah.
is Brandon's little workshop and we took over the whole corner of it. Thanks, Brandon.
So in this video, our goal is to finally build out our closet because as we've been traveling in Clementine, we've just been stuffing the closet full because it's basically just a big open space. It's not very functional at all. That's gonna change today. Maybe not today, but over the course of this video, it will change. First off, we gotta talk about the price of wood, you guys.
Oh my
We bought
word.
these 3 planks of cedar. How much would you guess 3 8-foot long planks of cedar would cost?
Would you have guessed $100 US?
Yeah.
Because that's how much those 3 planks of wood cost. I'm so sad for anybody starting out on a project right now. It was a lot cheaper than this when we started our build 2 years ago, and I'm so glad that we're just doing finishing touches now.
We also brought a bunch of scraps from the garage in Missouri so that we don't have to buy so much wood. But theoretically, we should only need these 3 pieces to finish this closet. Now we gotta do it. Man, we haven't been in the shop for a while, you guys. I feel like we're a little rusty.
We went to pick up planks of wood, and our hands hurt so much afterwards. Our hands have gotten soft,
We need to develop our calluses again. Let's do it.
Success! We've cut all of our wood.
Yeah, got all our cedar pieces cut. So now let's show you what our actual plan is for this little cubby we're gonna be building in the closet. So this is our master plan. Does that make any sense to you guys at all? This is basically the profile of the closet, and this is where the cubby's gonna be that we're building right now. So we're actually keeping this very, very simple. We've got these 2 pieces here. Then we're going to make some very simple 16-inch wide or so cubbies. This is the most awkward way I've ever chosen to mock something up. Seemed like a good idea at the time. There, just like that. Oops. So we're basically gonna have 5 different slots, and our idea is to put some stretchy fabric here that you can kind of stretch out, put stuff in here, and then if it kind of hangs out further than the depth of the cabinet, that's okay, because the stretchy stuff will hold it in.
Basically what we're going for is something very versatile, but also very lightweight, which is why it's completely open like that, and we're gonna use the stretchy, what do you call it, elastic, I guess?
Yeah.
Little fabric pieces.
And that is also the reason why we went with cedar instead of plywood, because the plywood just always ends up being a lot heavier. And cedar just matches everything else. It looks real nice.
All right, dominoes.
Okay, whatever. Man, there's a new album out by The Weeknd. Ooh, it is good. We've been jamming to this. It is time to finally assemble this thing. So you guys saw we ended up going with pocket holes for these, so we're just gonna use those and some wood glue to fasten all these little shelves together. And then we're probably gonna use some brackets or something to actually attach it in the RV. But step 1 is to just basically assemble the whole thing, and then we can get staining and polying and all that fun stuff. We ready?
I guess so.
Let's
Are
do
you
it.
ready?
Oh, I'm ready, baby. Big time. Just like that, we've done it.
This was our first project in like 2 months, and I forgot what Project Hell was like.
Needless to say, we got the thing assembled. We're gonna stain it, we're gonna finish it, and then we're gonna put those little stretchy things here so it's gonna hold all of our clothes and all kinds of stuff that we've previously just been throwing around on the floor.
You know, there are a lot of flaws, but I don't think they're very visible to the naked eye.
Like most other things in the RV, if you ever come on it, just don't look too close, then you'll be good. Time has come to finally cover up this one little spot in the closet. The only reason this hasn't been covered up already is because I needed to access the brake light back in the day in order to clean up some of the wiring, but I have long since done that, so there is no need for this to be exposed. However, one convenient thing is that I'm actually just going to put some screws in here, and that way if I ever do need to access the brake light from here to change one out or to upgrade it or anything like that, I can just take this panel out. Thinking ahead.
Yeah, except we didn't do that on the lights over there.
Yeah, so to access that one over there, we have to take the whole outside brake light apparatus off, which is not ideal.
No way, we gotta destroy the shower!
Or that, but we're not gonna do that.
Alright, y'all, we've got our second coat of paint on our new panel. Eric just finished polying our new cabinets that will be going right here, but that means that we have a little bit of downtime, and y'all know that we have a couple really cool hand-drawn pieces in the RV, but I haven't quite added my own artistic touch, so I think it's about time that changes. So even though I obviously look like a fantastic artist, or maybe just somebody going out for a French baguette, I don't know why I went so French with it.
Well, I googled French artist and this is what came up.
This is what came up. Don't I look so artistique? Oh. Truth be told, I am actually not good at arts and crafts at all. But that is all changing thanks to Skillshare. And we want to give them a huge shout out for supporting our channel. If you're not familiar with Skillshare, it is an awesome online community with thousands of classes helping anyone learn all sorts of inspiring and creative things.
It's very hard to take you seriously when you look like that.
I don't know, I'm thinking maybe the mustache is growing on me, literally. I found a class by Altea Alessandroni, and it teaches you how to do one-line drawings. And while I was a little intimidated when I first started, by the end of it, I was actually drawing like a pro. I mean, look at these awesome flowers that I made on my own, y'all. I painted them, drew them, and everything.
They actually look really good.
Don't they look so cute?
You might have been an artist this whole time and didn't even know it.
Maybe. I mean, who knows? The last time I drew was in my art class. I had to draw my own face and I got a C on it. So
That's so mean.
I know, it really deterred me from drawing for a long time, but y'all, I'm feeling like maybe new career path? The first 1,000 of our subscribers to click on the link in the description below will get a 1-month free trial to Skillshare, so you can start exploring your creativity today. Is it gonna be all red? Oh!
Probably very toxic glue.
Oh, it does smell bad. Maybe it pulled my actual mustache off with it, like a wax.
Je suis un artiste.
Why are you so French and stupid?
C'est magnifique. Oh, c'est très je ne sais quoi. Alrighty, we have the panel installed in the closet. We also went ahead and put a second coat of poly on our little shelf cubbies. Of course, that takes another 2 hours to dry, then we have to do another coat, so you end up playing the waiting game. So we are gonna try to get some other projects done, baby. And if you saw our last video, you might know what I'm about to do with this. That's right, I'm building a custom faceplate for the brand new vintage style radio that we're going to be putting in the front cab of the RV. I've been so friggin' excited about this project, and I'll tell you why, because every time you drive, you stare at this gaping hole where the old radio used to be. This is the original kind of custom made faceplate that the previous owner had made. The plus side of this is that I can use this as a template. We got the faceplate for the radio all cut, we got it sized up. It actually looks really friggin' good, if you ask me. However, we're having a lot of trouble installing this stereo. The instructions tell us to do it one way, but then when you do it in practice, it doesn't really work. It gives you a bunch of these little washers, but they don't really fit. We've read the instructions 10 different times, it just doesn't seem to work. The radio is technically installed, but if you look back here, there's these big old washers back here. We had to kind of modify this because these little washers wouldn't work. But that means when you put the knob on, you can kind of see them back there, you know? And I don't think that's supposed to be like that. So we're gonna have to put a pin in this, but you get the gist of it though, right? Our faceplate looks awesome.
It's gonna look really cool once we
Yes.
can sort it.
Okay, that's all. Whatever. The shelf has been all polished. We got 3 coats on this sucker and it's looking pretty dang good, if you ask me. We are ready to move on to the next phase of this project, which is to put these stretchy things across, just like that.
Which I think is gonna be a little harder than we anticipated. But the idea is that they sit here and they hold everything that we put in the cubbies inside, and they can stretch out if we put too many things in there. But basically it keeps everything from falling out while we're driving, or at least that's the plan. But here is how we are attaching them. With this little gold lovely right here.
It's called a bracket,
bracket.
not a lovely.
A gold lovely bracket is what I meant to say and didn't say the word. So we're gonna pop that baby on right there, put 2 screws in there, and then pull it.
Oh, jeez.
Hopefully it doesn't do that when we
Yeah.
try to put it in on the other side.
Here's our plan to attach this elastic to these brackets. We just made 2 square edges out of tape, and then we're gonna place it just like that. I ended up drilling a middle hole in all of these because we figure we have to put these tiny screws in here, and it's kind of a soft wood, so we need a little bit more support. Plus, this way the screw will go directly through the elastic, which will probably hold it in.
Probably, hopefully, hold it.
It's gonna work, y'all. The time has finally come. We finished this thing up. We can finally install it.
Oh my gosh.
We also are gonna install the curtain rod. We've got a little shoe rack we're gonna install. It's all going in right now. It's a little tight in this closet. A little awkward.
Woohoo!
I am ready to be done with this closet, man. Everything you do in here is so friggin' awkward. The shelf's up.
You okay?
It's a friggin' closet.
All right, so installed, we moved in a little bit. I kind of just staged it just to see how I felt about everything being in here. So we have our cubbies installed. As you can see, the elastic strips are already going to work in here, holding things in. I'm thinking maybe ultimately we'd want another strap, because like if we were to put toilet paper or something, this one strap's not keeping everything in there. We also have our little shoe rack, which is a little smaller than I thought it was going to be. You can't get quite as many pairs of shoes in there, but that's okay. It's better than having no shoe rack. We might do more with the back of the closet in there. Our plan is to put our suitcases, our rolling suitcases, and we made this hole perfect for those. We've got a beautiful hanging rack, we've got our cubbies and our shoe rack, and those were the most important things. We did realize we forgot to finish painting the pipe back here, so it looks pretty gnarly.
Oh, well.
Oopsie doopsie.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Everything else though looks lovely. We got a light finally.
All right, closet install. We did it.
We did it! Yeah!
Did you want more?
I don't know.
We
I'm
can
just
do more.
so-
We can do a bunch of slabs.
I'm just so happy it's done. All right, more projects to come on Clementine with Allison and Eric. Yeah, okay. Goodbye, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.